as everybody is hopping on, I just want to welcome you to the event, welcome you to the sort of learning party and listening party that we have here with SARE National. My name is Jenny Anchondo, and I am here as your moderator for the event. So kind of the hostess here, welcoming everybody in and letting you know that this session is about educating you, informing you, and making sure that you leave with a wealth of knowledge. So I will be here taking notes during the presentation right along with you, and I'll also be checking the chat for your questions. So if anything comes up from our presenter today that you want to learn more about or that you need some more details on, post it in the chat, and we are going to have a little chunk of time at the end to do some Q&A. Now, without further ado, let me tell you about our presenter for today. She is Mary Dominguez Santini. Now, she's from El Paso, Texas, but actually born in Panama to a couple of wonderful parents from Mexico. So she comes to us with just diverse experience. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about what she does now. She's had a wealth of experience across her career, but right now she is the Director of Operations for Pioneer Event Center and North Texas Elite Special Event Planning. She has done that for about 12 years. So what she does there is she oversees the property, she oversees the management operations. This is a massive special event venue. She prepares all of their marketing campaigns, the financial reports, the annual inspections. She books, she plans, she coordinates, she executes corporate events, she executes private events. So we're talking about so many different aspects professionally in terms of what she does there. She also has a background studying political science. She has studied civil courts, litigations. She also became a certified wedding planner and event planner. So I love that she has several different components of her educational background and her career. She has experience in the financial realm. She has experience in the community relations realm. She really does have a passion for serving businesses and serving the community and really pairing those together. So she has created relationships on both sides of the border, and this is a skill that not everybody has. She brings a unique experience. She has also poured back into the community by being the founder and president of the Hispanic Heritage Ambassadors for Dallas-Fort Worth. She's done that since 2013. She's also the president of the Grand Prairie Education Foundation and has been since 2019, and has also been a member chair for the Grand Prairie Lions Club. Listen, I could go on and on and on about Mary, but let's let Mary go on about Mary and educate us today. The focus today is networking, and I know for many of us, it's a toughie. So we're here for some expertise from Mary, and I will let you take it away, Mary, after letting everybody know. Again, if you have questions, post them in the chat. I will be here taking notes along with you, and then we'll ask those questions at the end. Okay, Mary, take it away.
Well, thank you very much for the introduction. I feel like a celebrity, but you know what? I gotta say this, Jenny. I'm glad that I'm back here with SARE National. And let me tell you that I love what I do. One of my advice that I always give people when I talk is whenever you do your work, love what you do, regardless whether you're cooking something, you're doing laundry, you're doing housekeeping. I don't care what it is. To be successful and to make something work, you gotta like what you do, regardless where you're at. Just love what you do. Have that passion so you can make things work. Yes. And well, today, they invited me for that, networking for pros. I am a dinosaur. I gotta say this, but you know what? One thing that the COVID taught me, it helped me because in my world, in my dinosaur world, I said, you know what? If I want to survive and I want my business to thrive and survive this test, I need to be up to date with everything that's going on. I need to reinvent. I need to get out there. And I guess we are all, I guess there's a lot of people like me, when we do other workshops, we talk and people were terrified or they're terrified of when we're talking about networking, especially when it's social media. Everybody thinks that networking is only social media. No, no. Networking has a broad aspect of how to network. And I know everything right now is on social media, but we also got to understand there's a lot of older people like the 60-year-old right here that likes to go, you know, likes to go visit todavía negocios. We like to work the old way when we used to go and give that handshake and visit our businesses and knock on doors with our clients and, you know, make sure that we understood what our prospect, our focus on the prospect, the clients that we wanted. And that's really my networking has always been good. I try it. I don't stick along with that when I implement a strategy for a project that I have. I don't make it long. I see first what is going to work, where I'm going to go, and what target I have, so I can move forward. Next slide, por favor. I got some statistics because we like to know about statistics. I like to know when you tell me something, I want to know cuántos estamos haciendo, how many of us are doing this. Let me tell you that I everybody's looking at the screen. Networking has captivating statistics. I'm passionate about this because it just tells me, ahorita I'm going to jump into another area, but 85% of the positions are filled through networking. You know, that word of mouth, that talking and getting to know that client, that friend, that business colleague, that is super important. 95% of the professionals consider face-to-face. Communication is vital on long-term relationships. I don't know about you, but I still have my contacts from back in El Paso Community College and La Jeff boxes. I still have my contacts. I am a keeper of contacts. I like to leave open doors. That's a no-brainer for anybody that's in business. 38% of professions find it difficult to maintain their business relationships. And it could be, I want to say this, that it's done because we don't follow up with them. We don't keep that close contact. When you have a good business relationship, you become part of each other's business family. You got to get to know each other, what's the strengths and the weakness of each other's business, so you can bring into a complement and help each other out. 70% of the jobs are found through company connections. All the companies are throwing out their jobs online ahorita. So when when you're out there looking for a job, it's not out there como antes that we had to go to the unemployment office. We had to go by that newspaper, the newspapers that are obsolete. It's the new, it's the social media now that we're into, and the networking that we do, the dinosaur networking, I want to call it. The best way to network is the dinosaur way, face to face, meeting people, getting to see that expression, getting to see what they need, and learning about each other. Next, next página, please. I want to say that everybody that has a business, one thing they have to do is build their network. Surround yourself. When you identify your business, you build your network with everybody that you're going to feel comfortable working. An example in my field, I have my network of cake designers, of DJs, of entertainment stars, of audio and visual, of wedding ministers, floral designers, linens. I built a strong network, but to build that strong network, I also research who I'm bringing into my network. I want people that have a passion for their business. I have in my network, the people that I like to work with are people that are going to give it not just 100, but 110% in what we're giving, the service we're providing to our customers. Because remember, building relationships is forever. And all the good things that you do, whether you have 20, 50 years doing them, one wrong decision, one bad thing, it takes seconds for those 30 years of good building relationships to go away. So I like to build my network with strong, reliable, honest, transparent people. That's how I built mine. We all know that networking is essential to build a business. Uh, and, that's why I put there. I got ahead of my website talking on my own experience. But I'll tell you, 7 points the networking, and I'm going to tell you because we all do this. When you go to a networking event, what is the first thing that you do that you're not supposed to do? And I taught this because you would not imagine how many people, entrepreneurs, we're educating right now. They go to networking events and they start connecting this zillion, gazillion business cards. Tarjeta, here, give me your card. Here's mine. Switching those cards. We don't do that. I'm sorry, no, that is not networking. When you go to a networker to make it successful, you have to focus on what customer is going to fit into your network. What customer is going to help your business, and how can you work together and build that customer's business too? It's got to be a win-win for both. You don't collect everybody's tarjeta. It's getting to know. So before next time you go to a networker, before you start collecting those business cards, which are coming to obsolete también with all the social, internet online thing, get to know your focus. Get to see what connections you need and how you can build in and work together. Connect, connect, connect. Connect with the businesses when you're in networking. If you see that Dorcas does cakes and Jimmy does custom cookies, connect them. Not everybody that does one thing does the other. There's cake experts and then there's custom cookies experts. Connect them. Connect them to whoever sells the icings, whoever sells the decorations for their cakes, whoever sells the stands, whoever sells the molds for those custom cookies. You got to connect, build and connect. That's very important to make a business relationship successful. Uh, Another thing is make it a positive outcome, which means win-win. Tú ganas, yo gano. We all win. Todos tenemos que ganar. We're all in business for the same reason. We want to be successful. We want to help each other out. So remember to pull that balance out when you're in network and see what you can both do to each other and make it fair. It's got to be win-win. Acuérdense de eso. Remember that. One thing that to me is super important, and I love doing this, and I want to brag about this because we have to do it. When people go and they at this networking events and they're collecting the cards. Oh, I sell shoes, eh? I sell shoes. I asked San Andrea shoes, go buy me my shoes. I have my best shoes. No, 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 no. Remember, give before you receive. One clear example of what we're doing in our chamber, we are visiting the small businesses that are opening, or I'm just going to say the businesses, the certificate of occupants that are coming in. We go visit them and we ask them first, what are their needs? And how can we help you? What can I do? I had a client today, I visited two of my members. Both of them needed office assistants. They needed office personnel. So what did I do? I connected those two companies with our CTE advisory, which have 104 pathway students, the interns that can fill the positions that they have. One of them is a member, the other one is not a member. We have to give before we receive. Let's keep that in mind. Not everything is gimme, 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 or if you give me, then I will give you. It does not work that way. If you want to be successful, you give before you receive anything. And I guarantee you it's gonna work. The social platforms. We're crazy about social platforms, right? Ese Facebook nos tiene sin vida. We can't live without Facebook. We can't live without Instagram. We can't live without the Hoodie. I think it's Hoodie now, right? And then Twitter. Well, I know that we love social platforms and they're right now everything on social platforms. But you know what? Limit your time. You have to limit, you've got to be responsible, take control of your business and your life, and not let the social platforms take control of you. You drive them. According to the experts, a good time to spend on social media is 30 seconds, 30 minutes. And believe it or not, the 30 minutes doesn't mean you're going to sit in front of a computer for 30 minutes surfing what the comadre is saying, what the vecino posted. And, you don't want that. Those 30 minutes that you have a day to build your business, to network, you can split them throughout the day instead of using them all at once. And we also want to see when it's like, to me, in my case, my 30 minutes a day are more successful between 8 and 9. That's between our clients hit the office, that they have that time to get in the computer, and after 6 o'clock. Those are my good. So I split my 30 minutes a day between the morning and the evening. Before, when they get to work, they have that time before they need to actually log in and get to work. And then after work, they have that time, when they fed their families, they're sitting in front of their laptop and following through who else is on trending and checking what they can do to build. So be selective and follow that routine and establish a routine how you can hit the most people on your network social platform. Not all platforms are for everybody. There's my favorite, I'm going to tell you, and I'll be honest because it has worked for me, is Facebook and LinkedIn. Those two have given me business and continue to give me business, every other day. Facebook keeps my phone ringing every single day. But on Facebook, I select what groups I put my marketing material out. I don't post it in any group just to see, a ver, la pulga de Grand Prix, la pulga de Dallas, la pulga. No, 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 no. I need to see where it's going to hit. And you got to be respectful also on social platforms, those groups that stay private. There's a reason why they have private. They don't want to be seeing you posting their things on their files. So be selective. Look for all those in my. Let's see, me, I'm an event planner. I go to the DFW Wedding Network. I go to the event Quinceañera Network. That's why I post. And that phone, I charge it 3, 4 times a day. My phone does not stop ringing. You have to be selective and learn how to manage and take control of social media instead of social media taking control of you. If you're spending 2.5 hours, 3 hours in social media a day, you're you're losing valuable time that you can be spending in otras cosas, in something else. So don't expect that because you're sitting behind a computer posting, you're gonna have $1 million. It does not work that way. It does not work that way. Working on social media is the same as networking in person, getting to know that person that is posting that need, and you picking up that phone, asking for the contact so you can call them and set up a meeting so you can meet in person and discuss each other's needs, how you can help and what services you have, and how you can better serve that customer, that client that posted that need. Um, and your networking, I already talked about this. Start build your own networking group with you look for the qualifications you want. I like to work with professional people, honest people, reliable. You want people that you can trust, that are hard workers, that have a passion for what they're doing. We can all work for a paycheck. Remember that. But we have to learn to work for passion. We got to brand our company because we want to survive. If you are one of the people that were able to survive this pandemic and keep those doors closed, um, let me tell you, you're heading to success because you were able to survive. You're still living there because you're managing your business properly. You might not have made the same income you were before, like many of us didn't, but you didn't close your doors. So you're already a winner. Now we're back on track. We're trying to pull out there and keep focused. And I don't like to hear negative stuff. I kind of stay away. I do watch the news, but I always try to keep myself in a positive way, focused on what I need and focused on my solutions to the needs that I have. I, I, I have people that tell me, Mary, you're the most, you're not being realistic. No, no, no. I'm being realistic. I don't want to hear negativity. There's too much negativity. I want to keep focused. If I survived this pandemic, I've been in business all these years. I'm doing what's right. My doors were closed for 1 year and I'm still in business. So yes, stay focused, stay positive, stay motivated, and look for resources that are there for you because it's up to you to, succeed and keep growing. Whenever you connected that focused person that you wanted at that networker that I mentioned earlier, remember to reconnect. If you have that card, don't stick it in your purse. As soon as you get home, reconnect. Follow up with those business cards. Hey, I met you at the chamber business after hours. Can we have lunch? How's your business doing? Reconnect. Follow up and see how you can give. How can you help that other business so that other business can come back and help you? Next, please. I'm sorry, I get passionate about this because I love what I do. You know,
You're good. You're doing great, Mary, and we love hearing your passion.
I just love what I do. I got this from Statista, which is where I like to go and serve what they have. And I was saying my platform, the platform that works for me is Facebook. And the statistics are the one that's leading that cake is Facebook. Why? Because people are visual. People like to see. And one thing that we like to connect, I like for people to see. In my instant, people say, don't put your personal with your business. I'm the opposite. I do have a business page, but then in my personal, I have almost 4,000 followers. And in my business, I have 3,000. So I like to keep, and they're different audiences, but I get business from both because I like my followers to see that I'm just like them, that we're all in the same boat, that we're all trying to survive, that we all started at some place, sometime, so many dinosaur years ago, and we're still here. So I like for them to understand and not to be afraid to ask for help. And I post, a lot of stuff on both sides. Um, it's all up to developing your strategy, what's going to work for your business, how you're going to, what perception you want people to have you as. That's what it's going to come down to. These are the social media platforms, according to Statista. Facebook is the number one. I'll tell you, WhatsApp did not work for me. WhatsApp, I don't like WhatsApp. It didn't work for me, maybe because I don't feel comfortable using it. I don't feel comfortable talking over with somebody that I can't see visual that I can see. I like to know people. I like to meet people. I'm a greeter. I'm a connector. I like to meet people. I still like to shake hands. Even though I might run to the restroom and wash my hands, I'm still a greeter. I like to, yes, that sanitizer, follow all protocol. I'm a face-to-face person and a greeter. Uh, you're here's the statistics. Um, what works, the social media platforms. If everybody can, after the event, you're welcome to share this with the people that are signed up, because I think Statista has great information for people that are looking how to network and looking how to help them build a strategy, for their network, to build their network. Next, please. And my I like to say it's networking for dinosaurs, because I'm a, I already said this. This is all the groups that I like to network with. Networking to me, I'm a go person. Sometimes I go to so many events, but I pick and choose what events I can I can really be successful to both ways, my way and the other. Where am I going to meet more connections? Where am I going to meet people that are going to help me and that I can probably help them? I know chambers. I'm a chamber cheerleader. I love chambers. And, for this last 4 or 5 years, I've been a SER cheerleader. I love their conferences. I've gotten leads out of SER national. I mean, these are forms platforms that you need to participate. You need to network. Whenever you see an opportunity, as Ser Negocios is offering right now, I want to say this: have a booth there, be a workshop. Those are network opportunities that people need to get their hands on. It's a great platform for you to share your knowledge and learn about somebody else's knowledge and expertise, because we are all different. We all have different careers, pathways, and we can still learn from each other. The World Affair offices, they deal with different, they're great resources because you have ethnic groups from all over the world doing different events. And when you're in business, you want to know the cultures. You want to know the ethnicity so you can cater to them. Whenever you get a customer, I'll say when I get somebody from, I want to say they're from Pakistan, which UTA has a lot of students. I like to learn before them. Now I already know what they like, and the decoration. I don't get on their food because I don't know how to cook the food, but I ask them, what is your decor? What do you want me to do? I know their colors. I know what they want me to do on that special table when people, as they greet in, because I already learned what they want and what those cultural, uh, you know, uh, things they want on the table signify for them and how important they're. So learn the culture so you can, and don't be afraid to ask. There is no dumb question. Learn, get out of your comfort zone. Get this saying, "No, I'm just going to do business with people that, can speak my language," or people that, no, 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 no. Get out your comfort zone. Ask and get to learn everybody, that you can build a relationship, get to know their cultura so you can both grow together and learn from each other and help each other out. It's all about being a connector, give and receive. Um, the city, state, and federal government have great platforms as well. They offer events as well that I mean, get out of your comfort zone. Attend as many as you feel comfortable attending. And also, not only attending in person, there's workshops. Right now, you can learn so much from the workshops. That's empowering you. They give you tips, maybe just by listening to somebody else, you go, hey, I didn't think about that. And I'll tell you, I'm 60 years old. I was sitting at our banker's breakfast with a banker on Monday. Little did I know that, and you're gonna learn this today. Every day you learn something new. One of our presenters said, the minute that if you drive into a car lot, the minute you drive into their car lot, they can pull your credit report. We all should, what? I didn't know that. Yes, ma'am. When you drive into, because they have your license plate, you drove into their car lot, they have the right to pull your credit profile. Talking about a person that has been in finance all her life, I didn't know that. But hey, you learn something new every day. So why is it good to attend workshops? Because you learn. You learn. Learning has no limit. Uh, empowering has no age limitations. The more you know, the more you're going to grow. I guarantee you that. I love school districts. I'm an education champion. I firmly believe our students are leaders for tomorrow. So I try to attend and participate in as many school events that I can possibly attend. The pathways, the CTA pathways are great networking events because you have 40, 50 businesses teaching these college ready students about their businesses. So imagine you signing up to go interview a college ready student. You're going to be in front of those 40, 50 businesses that you're going to learn what their pathways are. So in your district, please get involved in your pathways careers because oh my God, that is a boomer. That is a boomer. We are very passionate about it because here in Grand Prairie, they're very strong and very successful. So, get into, I'm pretty sure the community colleges, I'm a community college dinosaur. So I know that they do the teaching. We're looking into building, they have a small business development center at the community colleges. And that's another good place to go and offer your services. Talk to the dean, see what you can do both in a community college and a university. The more you expand and offer your service to, the more opportunity for you to grow. Don't put all your pennies in one bucket. Um, Federal trade organizations also do events, and you can learn from them. And you can also check on the reviews that they have, check on companies. In case you don't know of a company, you can always go there and see what they offer. And one thing that the Federal Trade Commission has, they help you how to understand, like the Fair Debt Collection Act practices. They help you understand if consumers don't, what consumers they have complaints on. They're good organizations that you would never think, why would I need to go learn from the Federal Trade Commission? Believe me, you will learn. Anybody that's in business at one point will have to do business with the FTC. So learn on the events that they have, get on their news, on their event page, on their press releases page, and you will be surprised what you can find there for your business. Um, Look for the women's, and now I'm going to say men's groups too, because Ser Negocios now is all about all gender, women and men. So how exciting is that? They all have those groups for you to network. And you know what? Women, we like to talk and help each other. Men are. So imagine putting those two together and learning, and us as mujeres sharing with this hombres de negocios, how powerful we are, how, passionate we are about work and how good we can be at what we do. Oh my goodness. It's like creating a new planet, believe it or not. You can learn from each other. This man, when I've been to events and this man see, some of these mujeres that are there talking in the hypnosis, they see admiration in ella, and so should we. We need to learn from each other and see that we're both equal, and we still have work to do, but you know what, it's up to us to change it. It's up to us to get the same monetary compensation if we get out there and show how passionate and how good we are and how professional and híjole, intelligent, brilliant women are. I mean, hey, we give life. What can we not do? You know, uh, young professionals group. I like to learn from and see what's up with this young millennials. Every chamber has, not every chamber, but some of the ones that I belong to do have a young professional. And believe me, you want to learn what's trending? Go to the young professionals group, learn from them, hear what they have to say. A lot of people say years with experience. A lot of these young professionals are eager, they're passionate too, and they have a lot that they can teach us. I'm learning from them. I enjoy hearing, their dream. I enjoy hearing where I'm going to see them 5 years from now. Connect, reconnect, and make sure that you can help these young professionals and that they can help you in today's new way of making business. Uh, Toastmasters, uh, Toastmasters, is like said, they offer you opportunity to talk and learn how to talk. Don't be afraid. There's no dumb question and there's no dumb word say wrong. You know, uh, don't worry about it. Just worry about being successful in meeting the right people. Church groups, I love church groups, and this is what I do. And people tell me, Mary, I can't believe you do that. Oh, yes, I do. When I write my little check on Sundays to help my church, I put my business card in there and I do the Sam's has, those paquetitos de galletas. I'll staple the paquetita de chocolate chip cookies, those little ones. I'll staple it to my little envelope because I know they're going to say, how many parishioners do you know that give you a check and a bolsita de galletas Oreos attached to it? Not many. Who would have thought of that? And who doesn't like Oreos anyway? You know, so they're going to remember. They're going to collect all those checks. But you know what? When that church needs an event planner or when they need a space for a fundraiser, you know who they're going to call? The girl that gave them the Oreo cookie or the girl that gave him the marranito. I have a bakery that does marranitos this size. Who doesn't like marranitos? Right? Los marranitos mexicanos, las galletas. Girl, when I give them to my members or when I give, where did you get those? They remember porque es la señora que les da los marranitos con la card. Be unique. Try to find ways to network your business. Uh, and go to, the co-working spaces. I love those. If you're saying, well, we work from home. Yeah, we have an office here in La Casa, but did you know that those co-working spaces are booming? Oh my God, they save you money. You get connections. They have networking events, and it's a small investment. And remember, it's not what you invest, it's how you invest it and how you follow up that's going to make it work. I love networking spaces. Try those Common Desk. I don't know if I should say that, but I use Common Desk and it works for me. It works for me. I'm always looking where there's a co-working space and I go into and check the events because they hold events. They hold different events and I go and see what events they have going on and pick and see where I can benefit, where I can bring my experience and where I can get somebody to help me. Next, please. I don't know if there's a next, si ya acabé. Yeah, this is just some of the ways that I market my business. When I'm paying at the pump station, at a restaurant, at school, anywhere you go, I don't just hand out my business card. If I'm pumping, I'm watching who else, how many cars, who's next to me pumping gas. And I walk to them while I put my little thing on hold and it's fueling. And I go and connect next door. It's cold, ¿verdad? ¿Cómo está frío? Y hace, oh, mire, I saw that you have your little label on the car. That's what you do. Well, you know what? Well, I do this. This is my card. Let's get together. Here's my card. Just find a way to network, make it unique and make it work. And important, I'm going to say this, connect, reconnect. Our events, we call them get connected. Conéctate. Get out there and ask. Know people. Um, Important also, develop a social media strategy for your business. That means create a strategy, how you want people to perceive your business. ¿Cómo quieres que te vean? How do you want them to see you? You need to do that. And that's how you present and carry yourself. Don't send mixed signals. If you can, create your own newsletter. Build the platform. There's a lot of campaign, MailChimp, Constant Contact. Create and separate your groups, schools, counselors, church groups, chamber, realtors by professions, and send your newsletter, on a monthly base or a weekly base, depending what your times permit. Newsletters are very important. Create your topic line. That's what's gonna get that click, so they can see that how good you are and what your services are offering. Started your networking group. I already said about this. Exchange ideas, connect, get. You don't know everything, and you will be surprised whenever you hear these people's ideas, how you can learn from each other. Everybody has a great idea. And when you're speaking about something, maybe somebody, as you're telling them, the other person is, reflexionando, and they're adding to the way they can network that idea that you just gave them. So it's okay. Ideas are not to keep them in your head. Ideas, successful ideas, are to share so you can help each other grow. Don't be afraid to network, but network with ethics. Network with a focus plan. Network with those, uh, studying your people that are there, who is going to help you and who you can help with. Um, think big and play big. A lot. I used to be afraid of walking into with ¿cómo se llama estos que they're very well known? Big names, they say, oh, well, I'm going to go in here, but this is an investor group. I wonder how they. And I said, you know what? You walk in there like you are $1 million bill walking in that building. That's how you walk into a networking. Yes, you walk in, and believe it or not, if you would entras como un billete de 1 millón, you can play it. You can make it work for you. I'm telling you because it has worked for me. You have to believe in you if you want somebody else to believe in your service. Uh, and the rule, give and thou shall receive. Hay que dar para recibir. Next, that's my contact information. If anybody would like to, just call me or send me an email. My email is there. If there's something that I can share or something that you need, uh, please, feel free to reach out, send me a text, and if I have the answer, I'll give it to you. If I don't, I'll look it up with somebody that's reliable, somebody that cares enough to give the right answer to help you.
You are awesome, Mary. You are wonderful. You're getting a lot of accolades for being so positive. And I apologize for my dog. It sounds like we're getting a delivery right now, but in any event, let me kick things off with the questions really quickly here. Advice for people who get to a networking event and feel nervous and feel like they don't have anything to say. They're just not sure where to start. What advice do you have for that person?
Don't be afraid. When you walk into that networking event, walk in there like you own the building. Walk in there and introduce yourself. Hi, I'm remember to network what you do, and always ask. Don't be afraid. And keep in mind, not only do you own the business, the building where they're having that networker. You're walking in there because all those people there are there for the same reason. So walk in there like you own that building, and don't be afraid to introduce yourself, brag about yourself, and then learn about the other business.
Okay, so you're going in, you're chatting with people, introducing yourself, and then serving. You mentioned serving first, and it seems like that can kind of break down obviously some business barriers, but also some nerve barriers too. Finding like showing a genuine interest, it sounds like is going to be somebody's biggest skill. Showing a genuine interest in somebody else.
Yes, absolutely. And people, when you ask somebody what they do, it tells them that you care. And I just tell them, oh, well, she's going to give me the card. You're going to switch cards and yeah, I'll call her and then I'll buy the shoes later. No, when you ask somebody what they do, you make them feel important. Somebody cares of what I do. She wanted to know what I do. And that's what's important. It's not all about you. It's about making that person feel comfortable and that person knowing how important she is and that you're both there for the same reason.
They're probably as scared of the event as you are. It's like bears. Everybody's nervous. You know?
Remember, walk in there like you own the building. I'm the owner of the building. Just walk in there. We're all for the same reason there, networking.
Yeah, so we're gonna remember Mary, you guys, all 250 of you on here. We're gonna remember Mary next time we walk into a room and we feel nervous. We're gonna walk in like we own the building. I think that's such great advice. It doesn't come naturally for very many people. It's a very difficult thing to do, but I think it's helpful to know that we're all kind of going in that same vein and have those same nerves.
Exactly. Yes.
So I wanted to talk about going back to social media. There is, and by all means, you guys, if you have questions, please post them in the chat. I will get them right to Mary. We'll get them answered. We've got a nice little chunk of time here to do Q&A. I call it posting and praying. When you post something on social media and then just think somehow business is just going to happen. Like, oh, I'm just going to post this thing that I have this business and pray that somebody comes and they don't. Can you explain how social media networking is a part of that greater circumference of what we do?
Yes. The reason, and I've had this question, Jenny, a lot of times. The reason that some people fail with that is because they think that just by posting there, um, people are gonna see it. They're gonna call the phone and say, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna rent the hall. I'm gonna give you $5,000." It doesn't work that way. Um, when you post something on social media, as I mentioned earlier, you have to be selective where you post it. You want to post where you're gonna grow, where you're gonna get on your group. You gotta build a strategy. Where do you want to post your business card, your flyer? Is it gonna be, in my case, where the Dallas DFW wedding group is, the DFW quinceañeras? Where? Are you just posting anywhere? Todo a ver qué me cae. It's not going to happen. No, right there, it's not going to happen. You have to build your strategy. What is your business and what these groups out here in social media and social platform are going to work for me? I don't post my things in, donde vende Andrea los zapatos because they're not going to call me for that. So you have to build a strategy where to network your product or service.
Beautiful, Mary. Now, you touched on this quite a bit, but it sounds like we're getting another question about it, asking for elaboration on how to network for dinosaurs. Which events should somebody, if they're feeling dinosaur-like, which nobody on here is a dinosaur, we're all useful and vital. But if you're feeling like a dinosaur right now, what types of groups should you be attending? They're saying governments, school districts, et cetera. It sounds like they just want a few more, or like some more meat to that discussion.
I attend a lot of the chamber events. I attend a lot of workshops. I attend a lot of the school functions. Here, like we say, we have the soups for love. You go and you cross. I select my events which I can grow and which I can serve. One is also, if I'm wearing my community hat, where I can support. Uh, I attend a lot of chamber events. I do attend a lot of city events. So it's just, I'm a dinosaur, like I said, and I keep saying this because a lot of us like to network I like to network in person. At my time, networking on social media is 30 minutes a day. And I break that in the morning and evening. I network in person, as an in person. I like to check the events that are, whether it be a ribbon cutting, a tour, a grand opening. When the grand openings are great resources when the city is doing, not the chambers. When the city is supporting a grand opening, keep in mind that company, example, what I'm heading right now to at 3 o'clock. That company, which is a big franchise, they're doing their grand opening and sent invitations to everybody, the businesses here in Grand Prairie. So you're going to go there. They're going to give you tours so you can meet all the other businesses that are here in the city and see, start building that relationship. So be selective. Those are the events that I like to go with, that I network. My chamber events, my breakfast event, and I try to go to those that I can grow out of and that I can also serve, that I can feed my experience and that I can connect. I hope I answered the question.
Yeah. I think it was very helpful. Here's a question I have for you, Mary. You are somebody who you've worked in a lot of different components and obviously heading up the chamber and doing that, but your business, I mean, you must like in-person events because that is your business, right?
Yes.
To host, to entertain, to put on in-person events. How did you survive at, that year-long stretch or, 18 months, I mean, a very long stretch where
Mm.
so many in-person events were put on hold? I would love to hear how you navigated that.
Okay. Let me tell you why. Whenever we get in business, Jenny, when you get in business and when your money comes in, you do not spend your money. If you make $5,000 when you're in business a day, you don't go and spend $5,000. You, it's part of finance, budgeting, doing that profit and loss, doing that budgeting and being realistic. Saving, this is what I have. This is my salary from work, from this 5,000 that I made. So the rest, I'm going to put my bills, I'm going to put my payroll. But this is what I have. I don't have the whole 5,000. I have this, my salary to work with. So the rest I put aside, I took care of my bills. And when that year closed, I was able to survive because with what I had left from my salary, I was paying what I had to pay. And I survived. And all my events from that year, which were over 30 events, and most were returning customers who were able to move them to the following year, respecting what they had already paid and just letting them, start up making their payment and so they could have their events. But that's the reason that I survived. And when you get in business, you don't spend every single penny you get. You get a good financial advisor and you settle down and you spend your salary. Don't spend the whole 5,000. You have to learn to be responsible with your money. Money doesn't grow on trees. We don't have $1 million. So how do you survive? You survive by being responsible with your finances. That's how I was able to survive.
Interesting. So I was wondering if you were going to say, "Oh, we made them virtual or we offered something different." No, you really just budgeted down because I mean, you lost 30 events in a year. Would that be because you just couldn't hold them? Is that accurate?
We didn't make those events. I didn't lose them. We moved them to the following year. We moved them. Yeah, I want to say in 13 years that I've been in this venue, uh, I probably had two cancellations. I'm proud to say that. Um, I like my customers, and I the people that have events with us. I did their baptisms, then I did their quinceañeras, and then some are coming back from the quinceañeras came back for graduation. So we moved them. We moved them, and they're they're returning customers. They believe they know who you are, and also it's very important to learn that when you're in business, my background is diverse. As I was sitting with what I did through this year, I started my own business, which is the Associates Business Consulting, and I was able to, start feeding this entrepreneurs and do consulting, one-on-one consulting, doing the business formations, and that's what I do. So if I'm not at my venue, I'm working from home or I'm working at the chamber office, but I'm always constantly doing something. And one thing that I want to say this, work your community, work your community and don't be afraid to give to your community. It doesn't have to be, I'm not talking about hundreds of dollars. I'm talking about learn your community. Learn that in this pandemic, there was a lot of families that they didn't ask for money. They wanted food, Jenny. They wanted food. So I learned that, and I've always been a passionate about community service. So what did we do? This whole year, what we did, we fed our people. We did food pantries. We did school supply. We did a whole bunch of stuff to take care of our community. That's why they kept up. And they know when they need something, they can. My cell phone, not the office, not the salon number, not the chamber. My cell phone is on every single flyer you see. And when people are hungry, when people need shoes, they call my cell phone number because they know that we will take care of them. And if I don't have the food and if I don't have the shoes, I will call the police department, Santa Cup, necesito zapatos. I will call one of our church, necesito comida. And I will get it and we will make it happen. Get to know your community and don't be afraid to give that, little thing that we can, because everything that you give is going to be rewarding and it's going to be multiplied, you know, to you. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that.
Your spirit shines through so brightly, and it's apparent why you've been successful because of your heart and just the way that you love on your community. Yeah, Sophia is saying such valuable information. Wanting some clarification from somebody on the call about the events, chamber events, community events, things like that. They're wanting to know what's the cost usually associated for that. Are they free? Can you kind of run down, or if somebody's like on a real tight budget, is there a group that you know of that's free, that sort of thing?
Yeah, there's a lot of events that are free. Let me tell you, and I'm gonna go back and I wanna emphasize on this. For example, the SER negocios, that women's conference that we are having in April, that is free. You get to attend if you sign up on that flyer that's on social media. You get to have a booth, and if you have a profession, you can do a workshop. You're not paying anything. So it's learning what groups are there to support you. And let me tell you, SED has amazing tools to help your business. So you have to pick, the events. There's some event, that I don't pay $100 for a meal reception. I am sorry. With $100, I can buy groceries for the whole week here at home. So you will never see me either charging $100 for a dinner or paying $100 for a dinner. So I pick and choose very wisely what events I'm going to attend. I'm very responsible with my finances, but I'm also um, careful of not shortchanging my own business. If I see it's going to invest, for example, the Arlington Chamber has great events for, I pay $50 and they give me my speech, they put my logo, and I have my little platform there when we go to our networker. $50. ¿Quién no puede hacer? We spend $50 in a shoot, pero then, we go and we spend this 30, 40 businesses. They give us our 30-second spill. So to me, that's a good investment. So learn to use your chambers wisely and pick and choose the events. I do not pay $100 for a meal, and I don't pay $65, I'm sorry, for a meal either. I'm more of the $25 range, and I'm very selective, what events I participate in.
You have been incredibly helpful, Marian. Love your energy, love your spirit, love your rules about meals. It is all solid, all good. Before we go, I know we've got to get out of here in about 30 seconds. If people have more questions for you, where should they contact you in case they don't have one of those flyers lying around with
Okay.
your information?
Feel free to call me at the chamber office or my cell phone. Just put Mary Dominguez Santini. I'm public. You can get my number 972-480-7501. Feel free to call me. And if I don't answer you right away, I will reply in 24 hours. I promise I will reply anything. And if they need anything and I can connect or help them, I want to see everybody be successful. I promise you, I will try to find you that answer if I don't have it.
I am cheering you on too, Mary. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for everything.
Absolutely. Thank you. And thank you to Sam for the opportunity.
Yes, that is such an incredible organization that puts these
Absolutely.
out. So you guys, the link to Sarah's national programs, which she mentioned the conference, it's right up in the chat. You can click on that, bookmark it, save it, put it on your calendar. And then the YouTube channel, all of these events are going to be up every single Wednesday. If you want the replay of what Mary just said, if you want to like listen to it in the car to get, get your energy on, this will be up for replay on Wednesday. And then we look forward to seeing everybody back here next week, same time, same place, and sending love to all of you. And Mary, we'll chat with you soon.
Thank you very much. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.